11 years ago, EVO India was founded as an extension to India's largest rally team, and they rallied, you guessed it, Volkswagens.
And even 11 years later, EVO India's love for Volkswagen still remains because these cars embody the thrill of driving.
So it wouldn't be far-fetched to say that Volkswagens are partly responsible for the creation of EVO India. And on our 11th anniversary, we're going to take you through 11 highlights why the Virtus and the Taigun are EVO cars. Let's start with the engine. Now this is the 1.5 TSI EVO engine. It's just a coincidence that Volkswagen decided to call it the EVO engine, but this really is an EVO engine. It has everything that we look for. It's fast, it's fun, and it's frugal. And I think it deserves this.
You may have heard these figures many times before. 148 bhp, 250 Newton meters of torque. But the question is, how does this 1.5 litre TSI engine produce these figures? Let's dive into that technology a little bit.
It all starts with those three magic words: turbocharged stratified injection, TSI. But let's break it down. We all know what turbochargers do. Exhaust gases from the engine spin a turbine, which in turn powers a compressor that compresses fresh air and forces it into the engine. More air means more fuel, which means a bigger bang and more power. For the driver, the result is this nice slug of torque you get from 1600 RPM all the way to the red line, accompanied by these nice turbo whooshing noises. But what the TSI also does really well is negate turbo lag. From low RPMs, there's really good throttle response, and a lot of that has to do with the stratified injection system. The TSI EVO engines use the latest direct fuel injection technology, which shoots petrol directly into each cylinder at high pressure, ensuring that the combustion is more efficient. By making more torque available at lower revs, Volkswagen's TSI petrol engines are even cleaner and more economical, all without forfeiting any performance. The 1.5 TSI EVO also has active cylinder cutoff technology, meaning that under low load, it can shut down two cylinders to further improve fuel efficiency. This brings me to our second highlight, the transmissions. The 1.5 TSI EVO can be had with either a 6-speed manual or a 7-speed DSG. The manual is one of the best on sale today. Slick shifts, nice progressive clutch, and a real joy to roll through the gears. The DSG, on the other hand, gets paddle shifters and can fire off shifts incredibly quickly. We've used the performance of the Virtus and the Taigun to do some incredible things, which brings me on to our third highlight, the records that we've set or broken. But I'll let Sirish and Atish tell you about that.
We first took the Virtus to the run of Kutch, set the record for the fastest crossing of the run in 32 minutes 57.77 seconds. And then, of course, the mother of all records, the 24-hour speed endurance records that we set with the Taigun and the Virtus. And of course, the headline record on that test was set by the Virtus 1.5. In 24 hours, it clocked 4654.48 kilometers, setting a new Indian national record. Volkswagens have started off at EVO India setting records, and it continues with the India 2.0 cars.
That 24-hour record was really intense. And what gave us, the drivers, the confidence to sit at top speed at VMAX with the throttle pinned for 24 hours was the fact that these are India's safest cars. And that brings me to the next thing we want to talk about in this video: Volkswagen's safety in the Taigun and the Virtus.
The Virtus and the Taigun are both built on 5-star GNCAP safety rated platforms and have a full suite of safety features like 6 airbags, ABS with EBD and ESP.
Safety features aside, the build quality of these cars is simply superb. But cars are not only about their technical prowess, which brings us to our fifth highlight, their design. Timeless and elegant. That's what the Virtus and Taigun are.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this Virtus GT has just the right amount of sporty flair with those blacked out headlights, the black alloy wheels, the black roof, the boot-lid spoiler, and that GT badge at the back to tell you that you are behind the fast one.
The same with the Taigun. The clean lines, the elegant stance, the 17-inch alloys, and the SUV styling. That's what now brings us to our sixth highlight. Ground clearance. Being an SUV, the Taigun boasts a ground clearance of 188 mm.
But the Virtus is not that far off with 179 mm of ground clearance, perfect for our conditions.
Now let's move to number 7. Lenny and I have spent countless hours in these cars and we have come to appreciate a few features. Like the wireless charger which keeps my phone juiced up.
A 10-inch infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.
The 8-inch digital instrument cluster.
A sunroof for that open air feeling, well, at least when it's not raining.
Ventilated seats, a boon in our summers.
Powered seats for both the driver and the passenger.
And my personal favorite and our 8th highlight, a banging audio system. 8 speakers and a subwoofer to give you a concert-like experience.
And highlight number 9, why these cars resonate so strongly with the enthusiasts among us is the ride and handling balance. These two can deliver the thrill of driving in absolute boatloads. And what's surprising is that they managed to deliver that thrill while still having a soft and compliant ride.
Which brings me to number 10, the backseat comfort. The Virtus and Taigun have brilliant rear seats. I got enough knee room, the backrest angle is just right, the under-thigh support is nice, I have an armrest as well, and I get rear AC vents and USB Type-C ports. What else could I ask for?
And finally, let's talk about the cost of ownership, our 11th and final highlight. Both these cars come with Forever Care, which means they have a 4-year standard warranty, 4 years free roadside assistance and 3 free services. The service intervals are also very long, 15,000 kilometers or 1 year.
And in addition to that, the India 2.0 cars have achieved a localization of 95%, considerably bringing down the cost of spares and components.
And there you have it, 11 reasons why the Virtus and the Taigun aren't just great cars, but they're proper Evo cars that celebrate the thrill of driving. If it wasn't for Sirish's rallying Volkswagens, Evo India maybe wouldn't even exist.
And 11 years on, even in the new generation of Evo India enthusiasts, the love for Volkswagen still continues because we adore the thrill of driving that these cars give us. In fact, if you have any memories to share with us about Volkswagens in your life, do drop us in the comment below.
And of course, if you like this video, do share it with your friends, leave us a thumbs up, leave us a comment. Here's to 11 years of Evo India and many more to come.